Howdy everybody. So today I've got a fun little experiment to make. I've got 4 16.9 ounce or 500 milliliter water bottles filled with water. I have 4 S-hooks, one of ABS, one of PETG, one of nylon, and one of PLA. I have something to hook them on, and I have a temperature of 115 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. Let me switch it quick over to Celsius for you guys on the other side of the aisle. It is 46 degrees C in the shade, 16% humidity. Welcome to the desert. It's a dry heat. So, excuse my shaking around here. I'm going to switch that back to Fahrenheit. It's on the front of my old Jeep, 115 degrees. And let's just see how these materials perform. And this ain't in the shade either. So here goes my PETG right there. Here goes PLA. Here goes the nylon. And last but not least, this is the ABS here. So I've got them kind of sort of on the shady side, and we're going to come back in about 15 minutes because I ain't standing out here any longer. We're going to come back in about 15 minutes, and we're going to see which bottles are on the ground and which are still sitting up. I will be right back. Okay, we're back out. About 15 minutes has passed, and so far I'm not seeing much difference. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't really expect the PLA to last 5 minutes out here, especially in contact with that ladder, which is almost too hot to touch. So let's do this. I'm going to pause the camera and I'm going to turn it around so it faces the afternoon sun. Be right back. Okay, we are now facing the late afternoon sun in Arizona. It is 115 out. God knows what it is in the sun. And we're going to see how these things survive directly in the afternoon sun. Be right back. Be back in probably 15 minutes. Well, it's been another 15-20 minutes, and that PLA is starting to look a little bit iffy there. Yeah, check that out. I brought out my non-contact thermometer. Let's check the temperature of the side of that ladder. Come on, hold. Oops. Can you see that? 136 degrees on the side of that ladder. Up 138 that time. And it's still pretty stiff, but it definitely lost some of its shape there compared to the others. Let's give them all a feel. PETG is still stiff. The nylon still is its normal bendy self. That's the PETG. Nylon is bendy but springs back, and the ABS is as solid as the PLA. But yep, there you have it. The PLA is definitely giving up the ghost. Let's give it a little longer with that sun directly on it and see if it'll give it up completely. Be back. Well, we're back for the last time. It's about 20 after 5 p.m. in Arizona, and looks like the PLA is going to hang on that last little bit. It's pretty rigid. All the others have not changed in the slightest. The PETG and the ABS are very rigid. The nylon is its typical flexy self. But you can see where the PLA went to. It has drooped considerably, but it has not completely given up the ghost and let that water jug drop. Anyway, Arizona versus 3D printer filament. There you have it. So now that we're back inside and everything's had a chance to return to indoor temperature, which right now is 82 in my house. My AC is struggling today too. This is the hottest day of the year so far. Let's take a look at these. Let's compare them. This red one never went out in the sun. I printed this out of PLA as kind of a control. Here is, and these are all identical sizes, so let's see what kept its size and shape and what didn't. There's nylon. Nylon is, yeah, it's not quite it took a little bit of a toll on it. It's sprung it out a little bit. Don't know if you can see it there, but it is slightly larger than the one out of PLA. This is the ABS, and my ABS and PETG are both black, but it's pretty darned easy to tell the difference. The ABS is the exact size as the one in PLA. And the PETG is also the exact same size as the one that's in. And here's the one in PLA that was out in the sun, and as you can tell, it ain't even close to its original self. That sun glass temperature of PLA is about 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and the temperature of that ladder where the sun was shining on it was 138. So it let it get soft enough to stretch it out, but it did not lose its hold on the water bottle. I was really surprised. Had that thing been much heavier, it probably would have. Let's go back and take a look at that nylon again. Because the nylon, and I'm going to make a video on nylon, the nylon's pretty flexible. It's some pretty tough stuff, and this is Taulman Bridge nylon. So it flexes and it pretty much returns pretty close to its original shape, but it isn't quite exactly what it once was. These were all, I mean, within a half a millimeter of each other at one point in time when they first came off the printer. Exact same printer, exact same model. Obviously not the same G code because the temperatures to print with were all different, but you can see the difference in it now. Let me line that up perfectly at the top. You can see the difference in that, but out there hanging in the sun you couldn't tell it. It looked fine. So there you have it. Once again, Arizona sun on official 117 degree day just outside of Phoenix in the sun, and obviously you cannot trust PLA in these conditions in sun that hot. 10 degrees cooler, I expect it wouldn't have made a difference. But if you're building stuff outdoors and it gets hot out, you obviously want to avoid PLA if you can. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Check out my affiliate links, and otherwise, have a great day. Talk to you next time.